Alright, what's going on, guys? Jared here. So today I got a bright idea to make a video on how to patch an exhaust pipe. This is a pretty interesting method, I guess. I just got this dumb idea. We were working on my buddy's field car, Kyle. Video that. Oh, she's still going. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at the bumper. There's just shit dangling. But if you see the exhaust pipe, we have a monster can wrapped around it. It's just for show, but like, I remember like reading on forums and stuff, like I guess you could patch, or no, it wasn't forums. I bought like this patch wrap for an exhaust pipe. Because I've had this problem where my pipes overlap and there's just a little gap, because I don't have a welder, so I just use clamps to make my exhaust. So then I was thinking, when I got that the wrap, it said to put a can, like a piece of a can. So you cut a can, and you put it under that, and then it's like tape, and you wrap it around, and it kind of like patches it, because it's metal, and you know, it just acts as like an exhaust wall. So I was thinking, hold up, I got an idea. You know what? I don't want to go buy that tape again, because I'm having the same problems again, just because the exhaust I have, it's 100% rigged. It's a piece of shit. But I made it myself. I'm not going to pay $200 to $400 for an actual fucking for an actual catback exhaust and everything. No, we'll just do it my way. I just have a glass pack, and I used the original pipes I had and bought some pipes. My friend Jimmy welded some together for me, because it was just, we were trying to fix it. So I had the idea. I got my Bud Light can, and I did this literally probably 15 minutes ago, and it actually works. So my method: cut the can, cut it around both of these ends, so you have this flat piece, right? And then slit it down the middle, of the can, cut it. So then you wrap this like the tape, and then since I'm using clamps, I guess this depends, but you could go buy 2 clamps and do this. And then I got this, it's like exhaust paste, it's like cement. It kind of acts as another barrier. It'll eventually dry, but... So I took this, when I cut the can, I literally spread it like butter with a knife. I just spread this thin layer all over this, so then when you wrap it around, it actually sticks to itself. So then I took my clamps, so I have one that's holding the exhaust together. So when you have the 2 pipes, I guess just use my hand, you have the 2 pipes, right? You put it like that, and the leak comes out of here. It comes out all around here, because this is the overlapping piece. So then the can, you wrap the can around all of this, and then the can also wraps around this, and you clamp it down to this. So like, it doesn't it kind of patches it, but the sound doesn't get to escape, and neither does, you know, the fumes and everything. It can lock in place, at least from what I just saw. So we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna show you how to do it. But first, let's cut the Bud Light can. Recommend just a pair of scissors and a knife. Put a knife in there, jab a hole. Y'all should know how to cut a can if you're watching this. If you're willing to rig your exhaust pipe back together. Alright, so you cut the, oh, there's still some bud in there. Cut the little fray ends off, just to be safe, so I don't friggin' slice my hand open like an idiot. Alright, so then the top of the can, I don't recommend cutting it on the edge of like the top of the can where you crack it, because that end just gets caught on things. So stick the scissors in here. Come on. Oh man, that smells good. Nothing better than a cold brew in the morning. All right. Cut the little frays off. Not sure if this is you know, something that's good when you take your car to get inspected, or, but I mean, it works. Patch. You can't really say anything. I don't know. It works, right? So then, first things first. This pan smells like beer. I need a rag. take it, try out all your beer. Hopefully you enjoyed the beer before you sliced it up as a sacrifice to the Honda Civic. Take this off. Alright, it's a little soppy, but it doesn't really matter. And this is just 100% rush just to get it done, because I honestly don't have enough time to actually, you know, fix my car. I just gotta get it done real quick. So you take your paste. I'll just put it on the knife. Put a nice big glob of crap on there. And then, literally, I'm just gonna spread it out like you're putting butter on a piece of toast. You kind of spread it. I need more. You want it pretty globbed up, because it's that way it's really going to stick together like suction. Soak this thing. Paste. And make sure you get the end that's a really good flat end that's going to wrap around, so that way it really sticks. This is a little watery. Alright, now I just gotta take the clamp off, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. But I will take you guys along for that adventure. Just give me a second. And the thing about this paste, it's like 40 out right now, so it's gonna dry at like a mediocre speed. I think it's preferred that it dries in cooler temperature. I don't know. Yeah, it eventually just hardens, but if you keep touching it, it's gonna harden just because it's got grease and stuff. But I'll take you over there. So we got the rigged muffler, not muffler. Got the rigged patch thing here. I'm gonna go under. All right. So let me show you my target of choice. First thing, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I patched this one with a Bud Light can. It's awesome because the Bud Light can's visible, but we're gonna try and patch this sucker right here because it's having the same problem. So yeah, let me get to that. Yep, he's really stuck on there. Ooh. Holy crap. This is going to take some effort. This is going to have to go off camera. Alright, so as per the usual, something had to go wrong. Can't never get something done easily. So, if we just take a look at this fucking clamp, yeah, the damn leg snapped off of it somehow. I don't want to fucking know how. Honestly, I'm just pissed. Of course, something's got to go wrong. But, yeah, that's in pieces. There's all the rust. Gotta love buffalo leather. It's friggin' amazing. So I'm gonna have to chop this thing off with an angle grinder and figure it out from there. Using the Napa and then being closed after 1 p.m. Fucking God. Alright, we're just gonna use since I don't have the time to go drive around, I got this 2 1/4. You know, it'll hold the pipe in place. Won't really, it might cause more sun problems, but it might not with the beer can, so we'll try that. I got a 2 1/4 and a 2 1/2. I think the 2 1/2 is gonna kind of just hold the pipe, and then I'm gonna have this to just use that as to hold the beer can in place. So we're gonna do that right now. All right, so we got numero uno beer can. Then you move down. We got numero dos beer can. A little rigged up, but I mean, let's give her some beans and see what she does. Ready? Alright. I didn't hear the little it wafts, because when like the gas is kind of like seeps through the cracks, but I don't even hear it anymore. I think that might have actually worked. Oh, I hear a little rattle. What's rattling? Oh. It failed. This beer can failed. Well, let me try something. Honestly, the little wafting noise it's gone, but there's a little tick. I don't know, there's just a little tiny freaking gap I can't find. It's 10 times better than what it sounded like, but now the experiment is seeing how long it's gonna last. The idle's a lot quieter now. I guess we're just gonna have to come back to this at some point and see how she lasts, but 10 times better as long as it holds. Which I think it will, because believe it or not, I have, if you can see this, I can't fucking see, there's too much glare, but I got this glass pack here, and it might look rigged because I have adapters going all the way up from 1 3/4 inch to 2 1/2, and I used muffler cement around all of these that lasted at least 6 months, probably more than that, but it works good. So, I'm gonna fucking send it. Alright, so now we're gonna take the Civic out for a little preliminary rip. You know, you don't know how well it's actually gonna hold up until you take it out and launch it. So, I'm gonna take her over some potholes and shit, see how she does. But that idle is so much quieter. It's ungodly weird, because I've been driving this thing fucked up for so long. I gotta say thanks to Jimbo, though, for welding some of these pipes together, because this thing would sound 10 times more clapped if he didn't. Just gotta make sure I don't tear up my lawn. Basically went off-roading in an 86 Mustang, which maybe I'll do a car review on that one of these times if I'm bored. Oh, it's all muck. I have to give these fucking things a wash. Honestly, I want to wait, check the weather real quick. If it's gonna start snowing again, it's gonna salt. Fuck it. I already washed it once this break. Alright, I'm gonna take her out for a little wrap. Oh, that's a mid backfire. Gonna slow down. Stop. End to 30. We'll put it in first. Ready? Little fart tinny sound. I don't give a shit. You can tell where it hits the pipe. I feel like it might blow out the can. I'm not sure though. We'll get back when I hear it idling. I feel like the gaps weren't big enough though for it to really fucking blow through a can. And like, this is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. Like, how much pressure is going to be going through that pipe? Maybe on the 1.5 inch, because I had it downsized from 1.5 just because I have this funky adapter thing. If you guys own a Honda Civic 8th gen non-SI, this is an LX, and there's a connector where the resonator meets the muffler pipe and goes to the muffler. Yeah, I still don't hear it. I think we might be good. But there's a connector, and I had to shove a 1.5 inch pipe into this hole, because that's what I could do at the time. I don't have a welder. But Jimmy welded it together for me so it didn't leak, and it held. So that might create some little pressure in there. I mean, realistically, it should be 1 3/4 to 2. I literally have my foot to the floor. I'm doing 50. What is this? We're in third. Doing 67. Alright, now we're going to hit some potholes and see how well she holds together. Keep the RPMs up. Scare the shit out of this guy. How you doing? Hi, Grandma. I might hate this car, because number one, it's a car, number two, it's a Honda Civic, but this thing's so easy to work, honestly. It's so easy to drive, a little backfire. Alright, now we're going to pull her into my driveway. Check that idle. Listen for any funky ass noises. Maybe I'll give her a few little fucking revs. Yeah, usually I'd hear it. Let me get out, give her a quick little checky poo, and I think we might be ready to get out of the sun bench. Check it out. Oh, it's fucking mint. I hear my engine actually again. I hear ticking. I hear this kind of ticking. I think we're set. Bud Light cans, fucking mint. So in conclusion, number 1, my hair looks fucking nuts right now. Number 2, Bud Light fixes everything. Number 3, don't over torque bolts or you're gonna fucking... I literally snapped. Like, it looks like this. I snapped this part off where all this should have been, where I could have just unthreaded it, and the bolt went with it, and it just snapped right off, so. I couldn't wind up getting this bolt off because there's nothing to like torque it against and hold it in place, so I had to call that quits. Another thing, muffler cement, apparently, I used it in the summer and I left it out and it didn't dry. But I had it on that can, and I had it just sitting in here, and it's like probably like 30 or 40 out. It's nice and warm, sunlight. There's a breeze. And I had the can sitting here on the garage floor while I went and tried to get a muffler cap at Napa. And I came back and it was dried, solid as a rock. Some spots were a little mushy, a little bit, but it actually dried up real quick. But good thing is like you can kind of get it off things. So this knife's not completely useless now. It's not just a fucking butter spreader. So, well, thank you for watching this clusterfuck video. Feel free to subscribe for more videos. I know I'm uploading along with this it's called The Basement. It's a podcast my friends and I are going to start doing. We're just going to talk about random shit, cars, games, computers, I don't know, whatever we want to talk about. Science, because we're all pretty much science or engineering majors. So we'll get back to you with some more content soon, and hopefully an update on the Bud Light situation, because I just like to say that I patched my car with a fucking Bud Light can. It's hilarious. Alright, well, we'll catch you guys in the next video.